in the interview we did before I left to the Commonwealth Games here, and it was just delight and adrenaline pumping to just be there and be able to compete one thing or another. To achieve a 4th place finish in the first ever event that Gibraltar played in is absolutely ridiculous. It's something I'm still trying to soak up now. But yeah, delighted with the finish, and I think it's probably one of the things no one expected, and it definitely is, like you mentioned, one of those fairy tale stories. So delighted. Initially we started off in Nottingham with the games on the Tuesday, on the Wednesday and the Thursday, and that was played in a sort of smaller, like, discrete area, and those were the games against England and Brunei Darussalam. Again, we won both those games, which saw us out of the group in no issues whatsoever. And then when it got to the main stage, when it got to the main event, the Saturday in Birmingham, we saw that stage for the first time. It was just surreal. I've seen this in lots of videos and events everywhere, and you never think you're going to get to that point. And to just be on that stage and soak up the experience was absolutely fantastic. Professional level, so I'm delighted to know that I can classify myself within the same level as these athletes.
Interviews, being up on stage, a crowd, did it get to you at all?
At times definitely. I think people might have seen some of the photos on social media. There were a few over-the-top celebrations at sometimes, but I mean, it just gets the best of you in every aspect, but not in a bad way. It's nice to be up there, to do it for you, to be able to do it for your country on the biggest stage at that time in esports was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, it's definitely something. If they could invite me back, I'd be back straight away within a heartbeat.
Dean certainly took to the stage as a natural, and as the underdog who knocked out host team England, all eyes were on Dean as he faced another home nation in the form of Cerith Dennis of Wales.
Hey Dino.
Hello, darling.
How's it going?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Feeling excited? Any nerves creeping in at all?
Not at all. We come from the smallest nation, and this is the underdog fairy tale story that's about to take place.
Oh my word.
I love the bold words coming out of Gibraltar there. Yeah, I mean...
The bronze medal decider turned out to be a marathon. After fighting back from 2-0 down in Game 1, Dean couldn't quite make it over the line, with his Manchester United losing out on penalties to Cerith's Bayern Munich. Dean followed up with an 89th minute winner, giving him a 2-1 victory and pushing the tie to a third and deciding game.
So we're underway already.
Unfortunately for him, Cerith was quick out the blocks, scoring almost directly from kick-off. Try as he might, Dean could find no way through. 1-0 at full time, bronze for Wales, heartbreak for Gibraltar.
Fortunately, there has to be a winner and a loser on the day.
That said, after the initial disappointment, Dean is, as we've heard, rightfully delighted to have held his own against some of the best in the business, as well as to have come within touching distance of a podium finish. He was joined in Birmingham by team leader Luigi Vinet.
For us, I mean, we couldn't have asked for more. It was like a dream. It's something we've watched since we were younger on Twitch, on YouTube, on TV, and we were standing there on that stage and we were thinking, well, we're part of this, and we were actually on Twitch and YouTube, so it was amazing seeing so many professionals together, some big organizations. The stage itself is just...
What was the level of competition like that you were seeing up on that stage?
The level of competition was filled with professionals, actually. Professionals from many other titles, including FIFA. Loads of the eFootball players were actually FIFA professionals, which have transitioned over just to play. So there was a high level of competition. It was something that helped us see what placement we're like, or where we stand amongst the other teams.
And Gibraltar finding its way in a new competition. How different was it to what you're used to?
We're used to very small scale events here, small LAN events, small tournaments. This was the biggest kind of stage that you can imagine. I think one of the Twitch streams had over 178,000 viewers and streams, which was huge. I mean, it's an eye opener for us, and it's something that we can aspire to look forward to attend in the future, and maybe even host something of the likes ourselves at some point.
So, as a team, how do you help the players to prepare ahead of the competition?
Well, my job as team manager was to keep Dean calm and make sure he had everything he needed in order to practice and to be ready for the game. And we took a lot of observation from other teams and other managers of more established teams and see how they structured their schedules, their management, which is something we've taken away and brought back. And I mean, we're in the stands the whole time with very few fans, but we were there shouting the whole time for Dean. I mean, you can hear us in some of the videos.
Seems to work. So, Luigi, any takeaway from what you've seen at the event, those you've met? Is there anything you're bringing back to Gibraltar as an association, something you want to implement here on the Rock?
Well, from the event, I mean, we could take back the experience as a whole, just seeing how all these events are managed, seeing how the countries take place, how their teams are managed. We've done a ton of networking, see if we can organise future events and still have a good pool of people to work with for the future, for anything that comes. I mean, we've got the upcoming Global Esports Games in December in Istanbul, so we've got a qualifier invitation for that, so we'll be attending for eFootball, and hopefully we can gather people for other titles like PUBG Mobile or Street Fighter. So there's good things to come, definitely.